Good morning, and welcome back. It's another episode of my 500-day Stalker playthrough. And we're at the depot. It is somewhat through the morning. Hush, you're fine. Let's see. Go ahead and finish off our moose. That should eliminate any residual stink that we have. Have a pie. And finish off, actually, let's have that soda. I think that's going to be a little bit heavier. And that'll completely top off my calories as well. There we go. Much better. All right. What else can I get rid of here? Let's see. Thing there. I've got like 6 pounds of acorns. What the hell? Got 11 pounds of lead on me. Drop a couple of sticks. We'll drop some cloth. We've got a good amount of food on us, which is probably not a bad thing. I mean, we've got 19 pounds of broth on us. Okay, yeah. We're kind of SOL. All right, well, it's not a horrible day. Oh, hello. I'm not doing that. No, we're not making more broth right now. I'm not chopping up the battery either. It's going to be slow enough going anyway because the wind's blowing and I'm walking into the wind. It's just barely cold, though. We're fine. All right, so we're in the transfer pass, right? I just have to basically get down this rail line and down to here, and that'll get us to the far branch. And once we get to far branch, then we're going to be in a tunnel for a good portion of it. So the wind is not going to be an issue. Loitering marsh. Yeah. I think I've got most of this zone mapped. I could probably hit up this area here. I'm really not all that concerned about it. And I don't even have charcoal, so I'm fine. We are good. I can't remember, but I don't think there's any wolves in this zone. I think I remember seeing a deer. And rabbits. And ptarmigan, obviously, because we've got ptarmigan meat sitting there. So, you hear that ice just cracking in the cold. Yeah, one thing I remember is, it's brutally cold outside? At temperatures lower than this game gets, to be completely honest. There's a deer up there. At about -40 to -50, trees will explode. Especially if it's a sudden drop. Especially if it's like a sudden drop in temperature. The worst I remember was it was like about 5 below zero whenever I went to sleep. I woke up, it was 50 below zero. And the trees had frozen solid. Which, Alaskan trees, they can take it for the most part. Unless it's a sudden sharp freeze like that, in which case the water expands quick enough, the tree kind of detonates a little bit. Yeah. The kicker of that is, it was that temperature for a day and a half. I was in high school at the time, and I was one of like 5 kids who actually made it to school. Because the boiler couldn't keep up with the cold. And out of like, it was 700 kids in high school that year, on all 4 grades. 5 of us showed up because we didn't get the frickin' memo. To stay home. That's because they didn't call out on the school until it was like an hour before it was supposed to start. And by which point, I mean, I had to commute 30 miles to go to school. I was already on the road moving, and wasn't listening to the radio. I was listening to music on, CDs. So, yeah. Didn't get that memo. That was like a whole day of nothing going on, but it was like 45 degrees inside the school. So, it's not great. But, I mean, honestly, it wasn't bad. Alright, so almost there. But yeah, back to my story. About a day and a half after it hit 50 below, it warmed up to 40 degrees above zero. So it's a difference of almost 100 degrees in like 2 days. But in southern Alaska, they get this event called the Chinook winds. Other places call it like the Pineapple Express, so on and so forth. But it's warm, moist air that comes from down south, and yeah, it just warms up the area dramatically. And they usually hang around for like a week or so, but it's always a welcome event. And they always show up end of January, well, middle to end of January, which is great because that's probably when you need it. You know, I mean, first snowfall is usually, well, it's worse now because, you know, weather, you know, climate change, all that fun stuff. But it used to be, you know, by the time Halloween rolled around, there was like a foot of snow on the ground. Son of a... I'll be back. We're back. I had to go back and get my damn lantern. There we go. Alright. But yeah, no, it's, and the thing is, after the Chinook winds leave, then it just drops to brutally cold. You know, negative 20, negative 30 the whole way. There's a reason I grabbed the other lantern, actually. Spelunker is better on fuel. Storm Lantern is better on just light in general. There. You can see a little bit further now. I'm going to ignore probably any coal I see. Well, I'll move it. But I'm not going to pick it up. But we are just right under max weight right now. To the point where I dropped one stone after I picked up the lantern, and that was enough. So. I guess I could pick up a coal. I'll pick up that flare. I didn't realize I left that behind. We're heading to Bleak Inlet. A marine flare actually probably would not be a bad idea. Of course, you know, guns are pretty damn good too when it comes to Bleak Inlet, so. And it's freaking dark again. Okay. But yeah, no, it's I see some of the temperatures in this game. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I've had to work outside in 75 below before. With gear that did not even approximate what I'm wearing in this game. So. Granted, I was miserable, but, you know, still put in 5-6 hours, you know, outside in that crap, and it's all my fingers and toes. The main thing, keep your shoes and your gloves dry, which is a bit of a challenge if you're working in snow because body heat will melt it. Will melt snow. And, okay, I got 4 shots left. You know, and that can be, if you're wearing just like, you know, woolen mittens or whatnot, it doesn't work so well. You want something that's either like Gore-Tex on the outer layer or leather. Well-oiled leather, because if it's not well-oiled, it'll crack in the cold. In which case, it's pretty useless. You know, it still lets water in. And boots, if you can get your hands on them, let's see. We always called them bunny boots. You can also call them like paratrooper boots or whatnot. There's these, they're giant, like solid rubber boots. I'm surprised they're not in this game, honestly. And realistically, they make the ski boots look like sneakers. Hello, bunny. Oh, but they're completely waterproof because they're rubber, but they're also like 5 pounds each of rubber, with air spaces in there for insulation. But you wouldn't think rubber's that good of an insulator, but honestly, it kind of is once you get enough of it going. I don't need to check those, already did. But yeah, they quit making those things years ago too. I'll have a pair somewhere. And what this game calls insulated boots, we always called Sorels, which is the brand name. I've heard them called duck boots. They're not bad either. The main benefit of them is the rubber lowers, because it does prevent some water from leaking in. And the Sorel brand, anyway, had insertable wool liners. It was like a second pair of, you know, like super thick socks you wore. Or that, well, stayed in the boot, but you could pull them out and dry them if your, feet got wet. And that was the best thing. Because, like, the rest of the boot is just like a thin shell of leather and rubber. It doesn't take long to dry out at all. But, I mean, you take out those liners, and if you had a couple sets of them, you could just swap them out real quick. Wonderful things. Heavy. And stiff, too. They didn't really allow a whole lot of movement, which is good, though, because, sprains. If you can't move your ankle, you can't get a sprain. Alright. Okay, cool. We can't fit without having a duck. Sweet. That's just a stone. Okay. I could go back through the cave, which, by the way, I don't think that cave, yeah, it's like right here, but it doesn't show up on the map, which is odd. That has a place name whenever you're at the lower level of it. Let's go ahead and eat one of these. And just the weight reduction alone was enough for getting rid of the sprain risk. Let's have a little bit of water too, I guess. I mean, we're pushing the limit right now. But we're staying just unburdened. So I think that's where the end of the cave is right up there. From this side, we don't need it, though. We can get up over the landslide. We don't have to go the long way around. Which is why leaving is so much nicer than getting into this place. Seriously? Oh, because it stacks them. Okay. As in two separate instances, not as in it just adds to the time. Which is what I thought it would do, honestly. Recover condition from birch teas, if you have multiple in a row, it just makes the buff last longer. One thing I'm surprised, though. Insulated coveralls. Well, probably because, it wouldn't make much sense with this clothing setup. But yeah, like, insulated Carhartts are, like, what the hell did I just run into there? Is it I bet there's an invisible ramp right here. So you can get up into this. Yes, look at that. We're standing in midair right there. Alright, so we got the parka. We've got the pry bars. I did leave my pry bars behind. Did I leave a pry bar at any place else? Let's see. Mystery Lake. No, I don't see one there. Forlorn Muskeg, no. Broken Railroad, no. Okay, so I do have to grab pry bar. Great. Now I get a sprain risk. Thank you, game. Oh, it's just going to get worse the more tired I get anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. And did that wolf not respawn? Because there was a wolf up. What was it? Up here by the train hopper area. Got exactly what it's called. Train hopper something. There was a wolf there when I came through the first time. It's been like a month. He hasn't respawned yet? That's weird. And, yep, pitch black. Okay. Alright, I can't get through that way. We have to go this way. Now that we're in here, the game's like, oh, you must walk slower. Which is kind of annoying, but oh well. Yeah, now if you're going to work outside, though, one of the best things I've found is flannel-lined jeans. Oh, it's amazing. Just a little thicker than regular, just regular denim jeans. But with a layer of flannel inside. Freaking, they help like nothing else. Like, you wouldn't believe. Because once, like, your thighs start getting cold especially, they start seizing up, and then, everything becomes worse. But, it becomes harder just to even lift your leg. Because your thighs muscle's just like, no, screw you, we're done. Yeah, no, honestly, if you're just, working or whatnot, though, then, check all that. Okay, yeah. You don't really even have to dress all that warmly. At least, not compared to what the game seems to think. Because you're being active is the thing. You're actually physically doing something. Your body is generating a lot of heat. And I mean, there were times, depending on what I was doing, like, especially chopping firewood. God, you'd have to be freezing outside before I started getting cold doing that. I mean, it'd be 10 below, and I'd be out there in a t-shirt chopping firewood. Because it's just, you get that hot. But, yeah. I mean, with what we're wearing right now, I mean, this is like taking a nap in a snowbank gear, so. The game definitely has it right, though, when it comes to eating, wet. If you get wet, yeah, honestly, I think that whenever your clothing gets wet, then, it should, have a negative insulation effect. Because honestly, that's what it's like. When it gets, it's that cold and wet, it pulls your body heat away so much faster. Hey, but we're back to Broken Railroad already. It doesn't really take all that long if you're just shooting straight through and you're not exploring everything. So, it does take longer heading out to Forsaken Airfield because you can't take the shortcut. But, I mean, still, it's not that bad. Let's see, I did check these. Yes, you had your boots, which are kind of wet. Sucks to be you. Oh, yep, we just hit the wind. All right. Another damn pry bar. All right, sure. Didn't even notice that on the way out. Oh well. Okay, so how bad is it right now? -19 wind chill. And also at -19 wind chill, what is it, 6 above? That's probably only like a 10 to 12 mile an hour wind. Wind chill stacks up extremely quickly, and it's not, a strict progression. Well, we have to go to Mystery Lake anyway. Let's just keep going. I was thinking about dropping some stuff off here at the maintenance yard, but it's still kind of out of the way. I have to go to the ravine anyway, so let's go stop at the camp office. We can drop at least like all the broth off. We're going to keep the gun making stuff on us. Or the gunpowder making stuff and the bullets, the lead. Which, the gunpowder and the lead I can just leave at Bleak Inlet. Because I can only make bullets at Bleak Inlet or Black Rock. And it's going to be a while till I go to Black Rock. There's no point in me packing this stuff around. I did hear a wolf, but I don't think I'm going to be, performing another massacre this time around. I mean, I could, but not much point to it right now. Okay, sometimes there's like a backpack or something down here. I'm not sure if I checked that or not. Nope, doesn't look like it. You can find a backpack down here, you can find a body, you can find both. Or nothing. Are you? Yeah, they're flying overhead, okay. I mean, this is actually a really nice and peaceful zone if you don't have any meat on you. If you stay away from the maintenance yard. That's the other thing, is stay away from the maintenance yard, and you're usually pretty good. I mean, if you just go to the first half of this map, you know, before the landslide anyway down here, this is all, and there's nothing down here. There's deer, and I think there's some rabbits maybe down there. There's a wolf up along the tracks. It would be here. This path actually loops around like this. I've actually run into a wolf back there before. Alright, so... Did I get all the locations done for here? Are you going to show up correctly? Oh, you are. Okay, cool. Let's see. Broken Red Road is done. Okay, sweet. And it's been a while since I was working on a Faithful Cartographer, so... I didn't quite remember where I left off at. Winding River is the thing. I'll eventually get it. I just need to remember that to get the second portion, you have to be standing at the foot of the dam looking up at it, basically. As opposed to actually being on the dam itself. Because at that point, it doesn't register, which is just stupid, but okay. We look like we still had some Timberwolf. We have Pleasant Valley. We got Coastal Highway. Haven't even hit up Bleak Inlet yet. Got what? Hush River Valley, Bleak Inlet, Mountain Town. Those 3 areas, Black Rock, 4 areas I still haven't gone to yet. And for Signal Void, I'm going to have to go to like 3 of those. Stop for a second. I'm like, what the hell's that? It's like, oh, it's a deer butt. Just... One thing about it, you know, let's just go ahead and... No, not that. Reload. There we go. It's annoying how you don't automatically put those back in your pocket. You just throw them on the ground. Like the rifle shell I can understand because when you cycle it, it just ejects the spent casing. But the revolver... kind of annoying. Well, that was a miss. Hey. That was a hit, but I shot him in the rump, so not fatal at all. Let me go ahead and we'll just get you reloaded. Probably be a bit more careful with my rifle because I have a lot less ammo for the rifle than I do the handgun. Yeah, this area actually looks really familiar to me too. We used to call it the Flats. Like, I want to say probably 60% of Alaska's population lives within, say, 20 miles of one inlet. It's called Knik Arm. Well, Cook Inlet, but yeah, Knik Arm. And through the Knik River, which is spelled K-N-I-K, by the way. If you want to have a lot of fun, there's actually a town in the area called Knik. So yeah, it's good luck trying to spell that one first try. It is just fun to say. Hello, cloth. And firewood, why not, right? But yeah, they there's like a giant saltwater mud flat, basically. Is, you know, the beach, right? It's glacier silt is what it is. So it's not it's mud. It really is. It's like this ugly gray, grayish brown mud. But it's ground down mountains is what it is, which is kind of cool. But during the '64 earthquake, tsunami came up the Kinnick Arm and inundated a marsh. Well, it wasn't a marsh. It was just a low spot. It was still, as near as I can tell anyway. I mean, this is, at this point, 60 years ago. I wasn't around. It was just kind of a lower area close by the river. And but inundated it with salt water and killed all the trees. And it looks exactly like this. Just dead trees. I mean, 60 years later, and there's still dead trees standing everywhere. But the salt water killed all the plant life. It was there. I mean, the marsh grasses and stuff are coming back, but the trees just can't handle that much salt. But yeah, it looks exactly like this, especially in the wintertime. All sorts of froze and just dead trees sticking up out of nowhere. Of course, there is a giant, like, arm of seawater coming in the middle of it as well, but... And some of the worst bridges I've ever driven across. Because the ocean's right there, so, I mean, it'll be, 10 below zero, and ice fog will roll in and just coat the bridges in a sheen of black ice. Which is, it's not even a bridge, it's a causeway is what it is. Technically a bridge. 2-lane highway, 2 lanes on each side, divided highway. And it's basically, it's a causeway. Elevated highway, I mean, it depends what you want to call it. Nasty sell in the wintertime. But yeah, no, that area is especially bad because black ice. And then you always have those idiots that have their giant 4-wheel drive pickups. I can go anywhere as fast as I want. I got a truck. And, well, yeah, that's fine and dandy, Skippy, until you're, hit a patch of black ice and all of a sudden the damn thing quits responding to you completely and you just start spinning down the road. And if you're lucky, there's nobody around you. If you're not, well, that's when pileups happen. Well, we're getting close to Poacher's Camp. I can barely see it up ahead there. I can hear wolves, and I saw one bear right when we first got in here, but he was a good distance away. So we should get through here without really any problems at all. Unless the bear on the other side of Poacher's Camp is along the rail line, then we might have a problem. Damn, it's just barely afternoon now. We're making a really good time. We're making better time than I thought we would. I was thinking I might have to actually stay the night at Broken Railroad, but... I mean, here we are. We're over halfway across Forlorn Muskeg. Oh, I have to fix the transmitter. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. It's a good thing I remember just now. I need scrap metal. I have one piece on me. Okay. Let's poke our head in here, see if there's anything to harvest. I can always head down to Spence's. There's going to be scrap metal there. And things I can cut up to get more scrap metal. There's also a forge there. Kind of out of the way, though, is the problem. I'll go ahead and grab those, I guess. There's nothing there. It said empty on it, and I still opened it. Alright, let's go to Spence. It's going to be... Give, thank you. a little fun to get down there from here. That this is weak ice in spots, and if I'm not careful, I get dropped into the drink. That's actually how I died the first time in Long Dark. I wasn't seriously planning on surviving that long, but I'd basically explored all of Mystery Lake, and I decided to check out Forlorn Muskeg, which was probably a mistake. Because I mean, it was Stalker, I had, like, barely any gear. And I was going towards this memento cache right here. And I found some thin ice, and I was too tired to sprint, and I went through. That character hadn't died. I still have that save. That character is like 5 seconds from death, though. Because I woke up from sleeping, the game auto-saved, and I think the save says it's on 1% health. And I've got hypothermia. It's like negative God knows what outside. All my clothing is soaked, and my fire's gone out. Alright. Can I... Go. Nope. Knew it was going to happen. Dang it.
It's so cold.
I did get hypothermia. Okay. I might as well just start with the cedar I just picked up. I had thought about a second into that I should put my crampons on. Here, let's go ahead. Actually, there's no point wearing those right now. Okay, everything else is kind of fine. It's just my lower half got soaked. And it's already starting to freeze, so... These are just wet. Okay. This is how overpowered my clothing is right now, though. I'm naked from the waist down, and I'm still warm. It still feels like 54 degrees. Okay, I'm close to a fire. That's probably not a good example. Still feels like 44 degrees. I do have hypothermia. I have to remain above freezing for 18 hours, and it'll go away. Good. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna sleep for an hour. There we go. I'm fully warm now. Good enough. My boots dried. All right. Don't go that way. You can see how fast my my fatigue is draining, though. Yeah, I don't think I can get across that way. Oh. Hi. You know what? This is a good time as any to practice my shooting skills, right? I'm so tired I can't even keep the rifle up for long. You saw how he kind of turned there? Like, instead of running straight at me, he ran this way and then over. Because animals will not go across thin ice. So the route that he just traveled to come get me is safe. I need to be really careful because I can no longer sprint because, well, My energy's gone. I do have a... Yeah, I'll drink a go. Yes, I know there's a ton of food I just left behind. I don't care. I want to get dispenses if I can. Especially since I had to sleep for an hour to warm up again. I just wasted a bunch of time, so... Okay, there's something else dead up here. Great. Yeah, I just had to go around to get to where I wanted to. Now, food-wise in Forlorn, there is a ton... Oh, hello, body. And revolver. Okay. Ton of cattails. Wow. Dude, you had all the things here. How did you die? Not what I meant to do, but okay, that works. Alright, let's just keep moving. I'm even heavier now, so I'm going to be slower. Let's go ahead and eat that venison. Some water too, I guess. Condition did get a little low from, dropping into ice water, but by a little low, I'm at like, what, 96%? Okay. I think we're fine. That was a little risky, but we got it. So Spence's is along the southern edge of the map. I guess southern, I mean, it's hard to tell, really. There's no, like, north, south, east, west here. It's right here-ish. So. And then tower we need to fix is, like, here. Okay, great. My, energy drink just wore out. If I had more firewood, I could make some coffee. There's firewood right there.
I am too tired to think straight.
Let's see, I could eat something. Another one of these. The last one, actually. Thing is I am so tired now that that little bit's not going to make a difference. Alright, what I can do is I can pick up a few sticks, I guess. Because I just need, like, 10 minutes to make a cup of coffee. And what you can do is you can break these up.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Alright. I have another torch in my inventory? I do, yeah. The one I was holding when I went in. But now I have enough energy, I can sprint, at least for a little bit here. Once I get over to that area there, then we'll be fine. Like where that giant rock is. That's the southern border. There are wolves over there. There's a prepper's cache by Spence's as well that I need to check, so. As long as I stay warm, we'll be fine. Our hypothermia is at 15 hours now, so we've already lapsed 3 hours. And our energy just dropped to nothing again. So. I think we'll be good, though. Yeah, Spence's is... on the other side of that tree there is where we need to go. That fallen tree. 62 while holding this torch. Wow. How many bears have I killed now anyway, just thinking about it? What was killed? 95. Bears killed 14. 4 moose killed. 14 deer, 16 rabbits. Ptarmigan don't show up here. I've harvested 1,600 pounds of meat so far. What's the air temp like? Negative, or +3? Yeah, if it wasn't for the hypothermia, I would just take a nap right now for like an hour. And drink a cup of coffee, take a nap. And then get to moving. Well, then have another cup of coffee when you wake up. There is a cave, I believe, right there. And I think that's the one that leads to Bleak Inlet. It's not the way we want to go, though. So. I'll just throw that away. It's probably thin ice out there, too. Just thinking I should have gone ahead and lit the other torch, which I'm just going to pitch. Oh, no, that's my 100% torch. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to the one I was holding when I went in, then. Yeah, no, we'll keep our 100% torch. Can I map from here? No. Oh, it's too dark. Whenever I go to fix the radio tower, that is a vista. And I should have the Polaroid for it already, so... We'll go ahead and get some mapping done there, and that'll uncover most of the southern part of the map. I'm not too concerned about it. Yeah, there's that fallen tree I was talking about. A little off on it. What I should have done as soon as I came in the zone is turn to the right immediately and just follow the wall around. But I completely forgot about the transmitter. If I'm going to do the thing in Bleak Inlet, we need the transmitter here in Forlorn Muskeg in order for the radio to work in Bleak Inlet. Dang. This is the worst right now. Need some skates. Dude, I shot you. See how he went out and then turned? Yep, there's thin ice out there. Hey, he's running right where I want to go. Nice. Actually, I think this is the Bleak Inlet Cave here. I think the other one that I was pointing out earlier is just a regular small hole-in-the-wall cave. This is the Bleak Inlet Cave. That'll work. 14 hours, though, until my hypothermia is gone, and it'll quit draining my energy so much. So what I can do is go in there, idle time for 2 hours, sleep for 12. I'll wake up, I'll have full fatigue. And then I also won't have hypothermia, so my energy's not going to drain so quick. Doesn't matter what kind of cave it is. I can do it in either cave, really. It's not an ominous dark hole at all, is it? Okay, this is the regular cave. Okay. This will be just fine. Come on. Do it correctly. There we go. There's that. Let's go and have a seat.
Come on, little fire.
Yeah. These are 3%. I'm not worried about. They'll dry while I'm sleeping. So. The hell? Did you place... Yeah, they did. Fucking weird things. Not what I meant to do. Okay, great. Now I have a partial cup of coffee. All right. 99%. 89, but there's no way I can't repair these, unfortunately. Couldn't put that back on, though. I need rabbit pelts to cure the or to repair these. I need 2 of them. Okay.
Pack is getting kind of heavy.
There we go. All my stuff's dry. Copy here. I got 10 minutes left on that. Where are you at? 12 hours. All right, we can work with this. And let's go ahead then. Go ahead and eat an energy bar. Because this does not drain your water when you eat it. So. Oh yeah, it does drain your water all the way. Just sleep for 12 hours though. All right. Hey, look at that. We can run. It's a relatively nice day out here. The wolf should have died. Yeah, let's grab these. There's no telling how many bows I'm going to need over the course of 500 days. Probably not that many. It took me like 100 days to go through my first bow. Somewhat. It still wasn't even broke whenever I put it down. It's just getting there. Alright. I hate this part here. I think I can go up this way. Actually, let's just go ahead and put the crampons on again. Alright, we're almost there though. Yeah, these are the bunkhouses here. Oh, we got a birch sapling even. Nice. Kinda trying to keep an eye open for that dead wolf. He's around somewhere. Zero with negative 21. And since we're as far as in as we are, the world's not really going to get any colder. I think it stops getting colder at, what, day 50? Okay, we've got... There's a container here. Alright, there's that. We've got scrap metal. Good. And we've got some crates here that I could do stuff with maybe later. Couple dead things. I think it's a deer there. And maybe a human over there. I'm not sure. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, sure. Why not? An experiment to see if we can cure things at Spence. Old Spence family homestead. Oh, it's another deer. Okay.
Can barely walk with this much gear.
You're fine. You can... Okay. You can't sprint, but, you know. It's not that bad. Alright, come on. Oh, shot him. Another one. Alright, come on, dude. That time I got him. There's a third wolf now. There he is. There's number 3. Dang. He'll be back here shortly, because I didn't actually hit him. The other ones, they're going to be scared of me, and they're going to run away no matter what till they, you know, eventually just keel over. Got him that time. All right. I don't hear any other wolves, so we're good there. Thing is, yeah, we're kind of stinky, so that's why they kept coming. Is there anything in this boat? No. Okay. Oh, for God's sakes, really? Hello, number 4. Alright, well, got 2 shots into him that time. Okay, well, the air temperature came up, but the wind picked up as well, so net result is we're 1 degree warmer than we were first thing this morning. Need to go to that building right there. Then we can drop some stuff off. Wonder if I can cure any here, or if I have to go drop them in the cave to the pelts. Well, I can always leave them in the prepper cache too. See, it's just barely a little afternoon. Okay. The prepper cache is you go up this slope here. Here, let's do this. Go up this slope here, and it's up right about there on that ridge. We should be fine now that we, you know, took care of the wolves in the area. Alright, let me have this. Let's go here. We're going to drop... let's see. What was it? Dress shirt I picked up. Work pants. A scarf. Everything else is stuff I'm keeping. This over here. Let's go ahead. Drop those. That and that. Those. Hey, look at that. We can move now. More coal.
This stuff will come in handy.
Yeah, fuse could come in handy. I'm pretty sure I have enough, though. So. Sure, why not? We're going to drop these here and that as well. Goes over here. Now, if I come up here, like the most sheltered area here,
Take it.
and if I drop you here, you will not cure here. Okay. Cooking book. I don't need it.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, see? Let's go ahead. Drop the meat here because there's a forge here I can cook on if I want. Where are you? And then back here, there's firewood, there's a fuse, there are boots. There is a safe behind these two crates, which you have to break one to get to, or you can access from the outside. But, it's dog food. If you access it from the outside, you're not protected from wolves. So, I usually prefer to break the crate and then, you know, access it from where it's safe. Okay, another piece of scrap. How much scrap are we up to now? We're up to 5. That is perfect. That's exactly what I need. Piece of coal. All sorts of stuff. I did not have any antibiotics on me. Wow. Dang. 17 bandages. I did not realize I had that many. My partial bar that I had left over from last night. There we go. We're down to 0.06 gallons of water, so we need to make water before we leave. Alright. And then there's like a little feed shed over there, and yeah. I don't think there's really ever anything in there. Don't know if we can use the maglins today, can we? No. Yeah, there's too many clouds in the sky still. I mean, it's relatively clear, but there are clouds up there, so. Alright, but yeah, from Spence's, just go up the hill. There's a deer up here. Go ahead and skin this thing. Oh, it's got a good amount of meat on it, too. Nice.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Well, there went my partial copy. Alright, and it should be just right up here. Pretty good bird's eye view there. But there's the prepper cache right there. Now, we still haven't gotten a good cache yet. We sure as hell haven't. Okay, energy bar. Candy bar, okay. And is there anything in here? No. This actually had, I mean, 2 things in it, wow. And cardboard, and there's a bed. One of the main things is I want to drop that stuff off in here and let it cure. Must keg. Wow, I can spell, honestly. One birch. There we go. Wait, I don't forget that they're here. They'll last forever after they're cured, by the way, so it doesn't really matter how long I leave them here for. And now we can do a little bit of charcoal. That way the prepper cache itself shows up on the map. And let's see, I can get back up from here if I need to. Yeah, no, we can make this. We can do this. If you crouch, you don't bounce down the slope so much. I always forget to do that, but, you know, it is a thing. Oh. A human. And a hacksaw.
I think I can use this.
No, probably not going to use that windbreaker, honestly.
Barely walk with this much gear.
All right. So we just got our windbreaker. Don't need that. And pieces of deer. Extra hacksaw I don't need. I'll leave this pry bar here. We can break that down for scrap if we really need it in the future, so. But I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. I'm going to go ahead and stay the night here. I'm going to take care of a few things. Sharpen my tools up finally. It's been a while. They needed it. And in the morning, we're going to head out. We're going to repair the transmitter. And then we're going to run up through Mystery Lake like I was talking about. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And until the next one, this is Sign signing out. Have fun.